Inside that whole table. Oh, excellent. All right, been 10 o'clock. Call the Infrastructure Committee to order. Now, this meeting was properly posted on April the 19th. Item one is discussing possible action on the minutes of April 11th.
Motion to approve minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Two, discussion and review and possible action regarding a proposal to renovate office space in the Juvenile Bureau by DHS. Hi, Jamie.
Good morning. I have with me David D. I don't pronounce his last name very well. He is the Facility Management Administrator for DHS, and Brianne Goshi, who is the DHS Architect. I know two of you have already seen this in Policy and Governance, just the initial concept. I don't think Charles has, but so the only thing that has changed since that meeting is down at the bottom on the estimated timeline. They're actually estimating July 1st, 23, in a perfect world with nothing going wrong. I wanted to get, I guess, I don't know if I need like approval for them to take the next step because they don't want to spend the money to get the architectural plans done if the county's not supportive of it at all. So our next step, if the county commissioners say that they would be fine to proceed with that, would be when they get their draft plan, I would contact Stacy, see if he would come over, do a walkthrough with us, with Ms. Goshi, and before they finalize it, in case there's any issues, from the county perspective, then we would present it again to the county commissioners.
Questions?
No. That's it. I still think it's good to go, in my opinion. God, what did I just do?
All right, so Jamie, I guess we'll proceed like it outlined and May the 2nd, present to the board.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I guess we'll receive that update. Second, all in favor? Aye. Three, discuss possible action regarding a progress report on our courthouse elevator upgrades.
Nothing new.
We're on track to begin in June.
Okay, on track to begin in June. Any questions? Second, all in favor? Aye. Four, discuss possible action regarding a service agreement with Vicinity.
I've not seen anything from Vicinity yet. However, in previous meetings, you had asked me to assemble costs for the reinstatement or the employment of our own chillers and boilers. I've done that based on square footage costs. Using a cooling tower and a compressor banks for air conditioning to generate chilled water for this complex only. We're looking at about 1,000 tons of air conditioning, typically $3,000 per ton installed. That takes you to a figure of about $3 million to employ new chillers for the building. Also, for heating boilers, at about $5 a square foot, that puts us at $2.5 million. So an estimate of somewhere between 5.5 and $7 million, depending on when these items are ordered, availability, and trying to take into consideration some price escalation.
Keith, the structure, or you said this complex?
This complex, it would be the county courthouse, the annex, and the investors' capital
Okay.
building. If you plan on serving the jail, that would certainly add to the cost and capacity of what would be needed there. Another underlying figure or consideration that I haven't quite gotten to yet are the operational costs, the use costs, as compared to the pricing that installation costs from industrial. G&E certainly has programs that we could take advantage of. So there are a number of different considerations to take into account here.
What's our current expenditure per month?
We were working on a total figure, and we spend,
That's fine.
no. This is for
I'm just trying to quickly in my head do an
December.
ROI.
December, our steam charges in December 2021, the month of December were 13,000. The chilled water at that time was $50,000 or so. Wrong, $37,000. So $37,000, $13,000, total of $50,000. That's for December. So annually, our costs are between 600, have been between 600 and $750,000, depending on their usage.
So we're looking at an 8 to 10 year ROI.
Not taking into consideration any
Escalation.
rebates or manufacturers' help.
Also, Keith,
That's not bad.
if the PBA were to undertake this project, since they're an enterprise fund, is there the ability to have excess capacity, which we might be able to market to others in the area,
Certainly.
which would reduce that ROI time as well?
It would, and as you'd certainly
Reduces our upfront cost.
you certainly put yourself in competition with Vicinity and also other building managers who might not want to tie on to the system. You'd have to make it advantageous, certainly, in order to be considered. But the answer to the question is yes, and that would be a prudent way of helping yourself for the long term.
Okay, all right, well, thank you for updating us. You have anything else?
I think I'd like your idea, but I think we'd still probably be looking at an 8 to 10 year ROI. It's just what we get past that is what's actually going to be good. That's interesting.
Well, the real issues are the operational costs.
That's interesting.
Well, if you'll continue to kind of refine those numbers and just
I hear it
hopefully,
grown from the back, yes.
hopefully we'll hear from them shortly, but
What do you have to have? Well, yeah. God, there's a lot of questions.
okay. All right.
That was interesting.
Is there a second? Yep, second here. All in favor? Aye. All right. 5, discuss possible action regarding capital projects specific to the TIF 2. Stacy.
Yeah, I passed out a rendering to you of the, this building, one of your security projects, trying to get it ready to take to the Downtown Design Review Committee. We need your feedback on it.
Go for it.
Yeah, you're just looking for the design, right?
I mean, essentially, you're trying to find out whether or not, A, they'd even be amenable to considering something like this, and then,
Any feedback I can get from them before we make it final with the commissioner.
Yep. and when, Stacy, would you go over?
Well, I think they meet monthly, so try to get on their agenda next month.
Okay.
No later than June, maybe.
All right. And then,
You're gonna submit, are we only submitting the wall? Or are you submitting bollards and everything else?
Just this side, just the west side, so just the wall.
So you're gonna do not only the wall, but you're also gonna have bollards on,
The north side, that's another project for later.
when will
but
that,
the rail comes from the south and we're protecting ourselves from the light rail. And in your picture here, we don't have bollards protecting.
Yeah, I gotta add maybe a little wall or a
Something.
bollard or something.
Okay.
Before I send it over.
All right, just making sure we're same page.
and then you said the north side would be a separate project. When do you anticipate approaching them about that?
Probably 1 year from now. Hopefully we can get this one knocked out in the next 12 months, totally complete construction, and then start on the next one.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, not on this side.
Okay,
Motion to receive report.
Second.
all in favor? Aye. 6, discussion on our TIF 2 and TIF 2A budgets.
No changes.
No action unless you all have questions. 7, discuss possible action on the XXX stabilization project.
Gave you an updated map. The river's finished. The roadway is substantially complete. They're just doing some sodding out there. You can see that in the picture. The mitigation, the third and final contract started today. They're getting their soil in place for the mitigation planning.
Motion to receive report.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. 8, discussion possible action on our capital improvements list.
No changes.
Questions? No action. 9, discussion possible action regarding the transfer, maintenance, and repair of security infrastructure equipment. And this, we're just waiting on the RFP, correct?
Return.
And
That's been received, and we really don't have any concrete information. I don't believe Chantel can speak to
Just to be clear, what was submitted was an RFI. So we're just gathering information. We have follow-up questions for the vendors. We've had intermittent tours that vendors came in to look at what we have. They have a lot of email correspondence back and forth. Several manufacturers that responded to the RFI are out of state. So we're doing Teams meetings and things like that. I have a few interview follow-ups on Friday. So it's ongoing. Just like Keith said, we're still information gathering.
Okay.
Try to figure out what solutions are.
anything else?
Motion to receive.
All in favor?
Aye.
10, discussion possible action regarding the social services building.
whether or not to mothball the building, and if so, how, or if you have any possible use for it that would require us to do something different.
Is this cart before the horse?
I don't know. It's nice to have more information than less.
You got everything built out at JJC ready to go?
Keith, speaking of kind of the sequential events, there's the item that's on the BOCC today, and then a budget board meeting, which would, the work that needs to be done at juvenile to get social services over there, is that in-house?
It's a combination of in-house and contractors.
Okay, all right. All righty. I think once that's completed, we'll have a better understanding.
So Keith, if you were to what do you need? Explain for clarification. I'm assuming that you're going to look at, if we decommission the building entirely, you're looking at draining, you're looking at securing, you're looking
Covering windows, making sure the roof is in place such as it is, minimal electricity usage, and then the budgeting for the recurring costs of that maintenance. So you'd have water shut off, gas on, electricity on, but there would be some associated costs.
Right. Yep.
So just trying to plan ahead here is all.
Yep. Understood.
Appreciate that.
Motion to
Right.
receive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Citizens participation, anyone? Board comments, Charles,
None.
Miles?
No.
None here. New business? Adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Miles, we got 15 minutes.
Do we really? All too shabby.
All righty. Call the PBA Advisory Committee to order. Notice meeting was properly posted on April 19th. Item 1 is discussion of possible action on minutes of April 11th.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
2, discussion of possible action on the ICB exterior envelope project.
Nothing new there.
No action unless you have questions. 3, discussion of possible action on security for ICB.
I think this in some way mirrors what we discussed in the previous meeting.
Okay. No action unless you have questions. 4.
I believe 4, 5, 6, and 7 have all been taken care of and could be deleted.
All right,
Strike.
take them all together. Miles, did you say strike?
Yep.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Citizens participation, board comments,
Thank you.
anyone?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, there's a motion to adjourn. Oh, new business, real quick. Okay. Yeah. Adjourn,
Second.
all in favor?